All right, well, my last thing I'm going to do, because this storm's starting to get really bad now, and I don't want the lightning to affect all my equipment here. But anyways, I want to explain a couple of things. This is Edwin, the chord buddy, G, D, C, E minor. Y'all have a blessed day. Anyways, now I want to talk a little bit about the chord buddy, and I want to explain some stuff. There's a couple of things that hurt you and a couple of things that benefit you with the chord buddy. The benefits are, A, once you pick it up and you press a button, you're able to play. And it stays in tune constantly all the time. There's some negatives to that. One of the negatives that I found is if you don't have, let me see where mine is back here. Oh, excuse me. If you don't have an automatic tuner like this here, and you never teach yourself how to tune, do you see this? Let me see if I can get it to come on right there. I'm gonna look at it in the screen. Okay, there you go. This is an automatic tuner. And what it does is it allows me to tune my guitar, to make sure that it's tuned. One of the things I want to show you when you're tuning it, let me see if I can turn this thing, don't mind my room, it's a mess. I'm going to turn it like this right here. Hopefully you can see that. If it's on that side of it, it needs to come back just a little bit. Now, the instructions tell you to let it go back and then redo it each time. But anybody that knows me knows that I'm impatient and can't do that. So what I do is I just constantly hit it until I get it to where it's green. See that? Right now I'm having to tune it down because I run my AC up to about 65 degrees in my house to keep me from getting sick because I don't go to the doctors. And so hanging on the wall, my guitars have pretty much got out of tune. Now, once I've done it like that, then I'll just hit each one really quick just to make sure that they're close and in tune. When they light up in the middle, it's there. On this side, you tighten the string. On this side, you loosen the string. As you can see, I've got them pretty much all right there on it. Oh, that one's got to go up just a hair. There you go. That one's good. And that one's good. There we go. And then turn it off. Okay, but anyways, what I was going to say is, without an automatic tuner, you're not able to tune your guitar. So you need to learn ways of tuning your guitar. Now you can come down here to where this third dot is on your guitar neck right here. And when you hold that one down, and you hit the two beside each other, then it sounds the same. Then you go to the next one. And then you go to the third one. And then you skip up one for the fourth. And then you go back down for the last one. That will help you out later on. There's been times when I've ran out to play somewheres and I forgot my tuner and then my guitar don't sound right, and obviously it's horrible, and I don't want you to run into that. Second thing that I've learned with this here is these rubbers on the side here will give out and you'll start to get whines. Not the rubbers underneath here, the ones on the sides. Always change those out first. It comes with extra ones in your pack. And you'll accumulate a certain whine, this, that, and the other. Now, a lot of people will get in the habit of lifting this here way up, you know, like this right here, so that they don't touch the things and whine and this, that, and the other. Here, let me get it so that you can see it. That's not putting it on right. And what will happen is you'll break this C almost every single time. And nobody tells you this kind of stuff. I know because I've been playing it for over a year and I've had it happen to me billions of times. Don't shortcut it. If it don't sound right, find out why it don't sound right. Anyways, there's little lips in there that this connects down on. Another thing is they'll over tighten it. They'll tighten it too much here, and what happens when you push that C down, this one here will go down with it and it'll get a sound to it. And people don't know. They're like, oh, this thing is junk. It's not that. Don't tighten it down so much. I've got mine to where it'll move. I don't know if you can see that. But put it on nice and loose, and it'll do it. Another thing that I've seen that people do, what I've done, is when you're cupping it with your hand, if you play with one or two fingers like I do because I can't bend my fingers, you have a tendency of rubbing the palm of your hand on this one here and you'll get that sound. So you have to learn to arch your hand out away from that guitar like that. You have to cradle it so that you don't hit that. You know, that way you don't get this sound in there. Now, after I tune my guitar, before I go out and I play for people, this, that, and the other, I will simply go through it and I make sure each one of them ring. Now, I always strum from the top down on every one of them when I'm making sure that it's playing right. Don't mind that fly. He got in here and I can't get him out. But anyways, on the G, you hit all the strings. On the E minor, you hit from the second one down. That's why I got a blue string there, because that there is a reminder for me. On the C, you hit from the third one down. And on the D, you hit, or the fourth one down. And on the D, you hit from the third down. Don't mind my dipping, it sucks. Anyways, the negatives. A, everybody thinks it's a toy when you're out playing it. Oh, that's a toy. Doesn't make a difference how good you play it. Everybody tends to hound you about it, this, that, and the other. Another negative is you get used to playing with just one button. And there's 3 chords or 3 things that you press for pretty much every chord out there. And so when you get in the habit of doing one and then you try to do a regular G chord, it doesn't come out right because you're having to train yourself to do it, you know, with 3 fingers. So once you learn the sounds to this here with the Chord Buddy, start removing the tabs like the video said and start playing it like you're supposed to, and then you'll get used to it a lot easier. I can't do that, so therefore thus I won't do that because I can't bend my 2 middle fingers. And that's another thing is you need to play with a pick. I play with a finger, and I've got it now to where, you know, I can pick with my fingers because I've gotten used to that. But it's very hard to train yourself like that, so learn it with a pick. I can play with a pick, but I don't like to because I shoot a bird whenever I do. So anyways, these are some of the yays and nays of the Chord Buddy. Another yay is you can pick it up, and because it's always in tune and always sounds good, it doesn't make a difference what chord progression you use, they will always sound great. For example, you can do G, C, D, I'm gonna be somebody. You can do D, C, G, you can do G, C, D, you can start out on the C, you could even start out on your E minor and go E minor, C, G, D. If you want a different feel to it, go E minor, skip the C, go to the G, down to the D, and then hit the C at the end. Music people teach that that's what they call full sound. You got a half sound. You got a full sound. Now you can go the other way with it. Start out on the G, E minor, C, and D. You can do hundreds of songs this and here. Change your strumming pattern, do the same thing, do a 4-4-2 and 2, And you can do when the night has come, darkness has fallen, and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. I mean, there's just hundreds and hundreds of things you can do. If you start on the G and go all the way around, G, D, C, E minor, that's all your pop songs. Jason Mraz, or you got I knew that we collided, I knew that we decided you're one of a kind. I mean, there's just so many things you can do. Then you can start, excuse me, in the middle with your C. And then you got your pop. Go up to the E minor, D, C, I mean G, E minor, C, G. I mean, there's just so many things you can do. Doesn't make a difference. When you get into a lot of your Christian gospel, you can add taps in like this here. I used to do stops this way, but I don't do that anymore. Now I do taps this way. You got some good morning when this life is over, fly away to a land when joy shall never end. Fly away over, fly away, oh Gloria, fly away when I die, hallelujah, bye. There's just so many things you can do. If you got a chord buddy, practice. If you want a chord buddy, go back to some of my earlier videos and look, or you can just go to chordbuddy.com and be able to order one there and throw a good word into Travis for me and let him know that I'm promoting it. Anyways, this is Edwin. This is the chord buddy, G, D, C, E minor. I hope all this talk's been helpful for you and some of the yays and nays about this here. Man, that fly is driving me crazy. Anyways, y'all have a blessed day. Thank you very much. Subscribe, send me a text, send me an email. Let me know what you want to hear. Goodbye.